Hi, what's up? Can you guys hear me? You can see me? You can hear me? What's up? Happy Sunday. It's just a few of us here. I see Tipsy, I see ATS, JoJo. Time to remember. Hi. What's up? Okay, so happy Sunday. We're gonna be catching up on Ashley today. Thank you, Tipsy. I appreciate you. We're on part 5 of the Ashley Bocanegra case. And if you haven't been following, you should follow from part 1 until now. Tonight, we're going to be reviewing the leasing office manager, her interrogation / interview, and we're going to be reviewing parts of the actual assault, and we're going to kind of go back to the beginning. So I started a little backwards with the series, and we did episode 1 was like the autopsy, 911 calls, text messages. If you don't know the story about Ashley, she was lured by her lover's fiance. She was also in a relationship, and she was lured to the back of her apartment complex, and she was assaulted and beat to death, essentially having damage to her adrenal gland, her head, and her liver, and it caused her to lose her life. And so if you've been keeping up with this series, you know we've done, like I said, part 1 was the autopsy, 911 calls, text messages. Part 2 and 3 are the interrogations of the people responsible for the assault, which is Janine Rosa, which is the sister of Daniel, and then Antonetta is the fiance of Daniel, and they both attacked Ashley, which was seeing Daniel, who was someone at her work, but she was in a relationship with Julian. So you have to watch parts 1 through 4 to know where we're at now. It's not a case that's been talked about a lot. Like you have to follow the previous slides to kind of comprehend and understand where I'm at with this case. I feel like it wasn't talked about a lot. They both took a plea deal, 20 years. They'll be out by 2042. They both got the same conviction, and Ashley lost her life. Was it worth it, losing it over a guy, right? So we're going to go over the long crime video that we did in part 1. And then we're going to go over the actual fight, the assault. Long crime showed a blurred out redacted version. I have the actual unredacted version, so I can't play it in full due to YouTube's guidelines and policies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip, and we're going to play like a few minutes here and there of the assault. It is brutal, trigger warning, but I feel like people who have been following me covering this case you know what to expect, right? I think the last live was pretty brutal seeing her in the hospital, and so I'm going to show only bits and pieces of the actual assault, but I want everyone to get an understanding of what that led to, right? Like bullying and fighting over a guy and physically assaulting someone. It cost, 3 people their life and then their children. So technically it's a total of like 10 people already that have had their life jaded by this circumstance. So like I said, I'm not going to play the full fight just because I can't. It's not blurred out. I got it unredacted from the police department. I paid for it. And so I can't play it in full just because it's brutal. It shows Ashley being beat to death. So I'm just going to play like bits and pieces of it. But we're going to kind of start from the beginning. It's like we're going back to the start, right? Like, how did this happen? And so in part 1, I played the law and crime video where they talk about this. And then I played the 911 calls. So today we're going to play the law and crime video, but then I'm going to play the first witness to this assault, which was the leasing office manager. And then we're going to watch parts of the assault that I have unredacted and unblurred. And then we're going to view Ashley before and after the fight, which we did prior in other parts of this series. But we're going to play them again. And then we're going to play the detectives confronting Antonetta, which was the one who threw the punches and created this fight, right? It was her boyfriend, fiance, who was seeing Ashley. So she's the one who lured her there. So we're kind of like backtracking. We started out with the autopsy, and as we've progressed through this series, you've seen that I've had some undocumented footage, footage. And so we're kind of going back to the beginning. And then tomorrow we'll be covering the investigation. And then part 2 of the series will start thereafter. So we're kind of going to go back and watch the law and crime video, what they show of the assault, and then I'll play the version of the assault, bits and pieces of the assault that I got from the police department, unblurred. And then we'll watch, like I said, the Ashley before and after the fight, and then we'll watch the interview of the first witness who saw this, which was the leasing office manager of the apartment complex where this assault happened. So I'm going to share my screen, and you tell me if you can see it. Sorry, there we go. We're going to play the law and crime video of the assault. And then we'll kind of go through it again. I kind of want to do like a little recap. And then we'll play the version that I got from the police department of the fight.
I will murder you. I will murder you.
Let me know if you can hear it and see it. It's a little shitty because this is, well, the law and crime video audio is nice, but and I feel like it's decent, but the police footage that I have is not so decent, as we know, because it's not redacted and it's straight from the police department, so audio kind of sucks. But bear with me. Pay attention to the words that is mentioned in this assault, because it's very intentional, in my opinion. They lured her there, and that's what they wanted to do, was unalive her. Thank you, JoJo. I appreciate you for being here. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Mike. I appreciate you guys for being here very much so.
I will murder you. I will murder you. I will murder you.
It's August 11th, 2022 in Gwinnett County, Georgia. 27-year-old Antonetta Stevens mercilessly beats 30-year-old Ashley Bocanegra in the street behind the Preston Hills at Mill Creek apartment complex. She screams threats at her, punches her in the face, and throws her body against the asphalt. As Bocanegra begs Stevens to stop, 17-year-old Janine Gonzalez records the assault on a cell phone. The footage of the fight is too graphic to put on screen, but if you listen, you can hear the threats and other evidence investigators gathered from the video.
Stop. You're so lucky my nails is hung because I was really doing worse to you right now. I will do worse to you. I will do worse to you. I will do worse to you. That's why he was trying to protect you, but now he don't care for you to get your ass beat.
The fight is over a man named Janine Gonzalez, who's allegedly carrying out a relationship with both Stevens and Bocanegra. Janine Gonzalez, his younger sister, is good friends with Stevens. Stevens and Bocanegra are both mothers to young boys. At the time of the attack, Bocanegra's son is 7 years old. Stevens' sons are 3 and 9. Stevens knows Bocanegra as her fiancé's manager at Floor & Decor, where he works overnight shifts.
Wanna get up? Get off my hair, I'm gonna you up. Let me go then. Get off me. Say hi to Daniel. Get off me. Say hi to Daniel. Get the fuck. You know he said I could come out here and you up, right? Okay, good. You know that, right? He's in the house with our son. Say what? He said I could you up. Yep, this is what we do. If I get mad and he knows I'm leaving, he's so sad. He says, all right, you up. That's what I'm doing. You up. All right. Tell me everything. You gotta get up. No. No, you ain't got. You don't get to be on my man, right? You won't be in front of my man, right? Right? You his manager. I'm getting you fired. That's bias. Yep, that's the conflict of interest. I'm showing this to the job. You're my while he's on the clock. My going there trying to ruin his family. He has a whole son. You're mad at him? Okay. Get up. Wow. Get up. Okay. Does that? Yeah.
During the fight, Stevens instructs Gonzalez to steal Bocanegra's phone. They take it back to the apartment, where they plan to call Bocanegra's fiancé to tell him about her affair with Daniel Gonzalez.
Got my face. Nope, you're not getting it. You're jumping both of us for your phone. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. No.
Bocanegra follows her assailants up to the apartment to retrieve her phone. Daniel Gonzalez, who was allegedly sleeping in the apartment during the attack, hears the verbal altercation between the women at his door and gives Bocanegra's phone back to her. According to the Gonzalez siblings, Bocanegra appears badly beaten. She goes to a local hospital to treat the injury she sustained from Stevens. Several passersby witnessed the attack. One person calls the Gwinnett County police. Authorities go to Stevens' apartment that afternoon to ask what happened.
Can they come out? The females that are in there? Yeah.
This girl, she came to my house. She's been sleeping with my fiance. She works over there. She's his manager, and she keeps on forcing him to have sex with her after he been cut it off, or she's gonna fire him. And we ended up fighting right there because she approached my home. This is my home. She lives all the way over there.
Okay, is everybody in the house right now?
Oh, just me. I'm the only one that fought. Just me. The girl, she left.
Is your sister involved?
My sister?
Yeah, is she?
No, that's my sister-in-law.
Is she involved?
She was there.
Are you two arguing? Or are you guys?
No, we're not arguing.
Okay, so let's go inside.
The female that he's been sleeping with.
Him?
Yes,
So if you've been following me in this case, we've already seen this footage and we're going to see it again tonight. This is a redacted version from Long Crime, but we've already seen this. We know she's lying. They set Ashley up and beat her to death. So keep that in mind as we're going back to the beginning.
Okay. I've known him for 5 years.
Okay.
We moved here together from up north. So he works at Floor & Decor. He's been sleeping with his manager.
And that's who was here?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've been feeling it for some time now.
Okay.
Yesterday, I'm walking to Quick Trip. I see them walking together. And you're a woman. You know our intuition. I know that's the girl. I seen her. We argued yesterday. He broke it up. It was fine. This morning now, she's calling, texting, saying that she's going to be coming here. I waited for her.
Stevens admits to waiting outside the apartment complex for Bocanegra to arrive, but she conveniently leaves out one crucial detail. Stevens lured Bocanegra to the apartment by posing as Daniel Gonzalez in a series of text messages.
Where's she at? She's walking to the park. Hold the phone now. By the what? By the pool? Oh. All right, bro. Where are we going? Look at right there, right there. That's what. That was me, you know.
By that evening, Gwinnett County police receive a call from the hospital where Bocanegra checked in. She needs to be transported to a different hospital for surgery. Unfortunately, her injuries are too severe. The 30-year-old New York native and mother to a 7-year-old boy dies before they can operate. Upon
And those 911 calls you can hear on part 1 of this series. So keep in mind, if you haven't been following, welcome. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Melly. We're covering Ashley's case, Ashley Bocanegra, who was assaulted over seeing someone that was in a relationship.
Upon receiving the news of Bocanegra's untimely death, Gwinnett County detectives make their way to the Preston Hills at Mill Creek apartment complex. They're looking for Stevens and Gonzalez.
I know, that was the girls that were walking. They went to Quick Trips. Hey!
And the reason I want to play, I started out backwards. You're like, Millie, your mind playing us, but it's like with trauma, you deal with it. You have to like go back to the beginning, right, and like relive it and experience it. So we saw the autopsy, we saw the interrogations. We've already seen Ashley before and after the fight and listened to the audios if you've been following this. And so now we're going back to the beginning. We're watching the law and crime video again, and then I'm going to show the actual fight that law and crime doesn't show fully here. And we're going to watch the first witness, which is the leasing office manager. And then we're going to see Ashley again, which we saw in part 3 and part 4, before and after the fight. And then I want to see what you guys have to say. Like, what would you do if you were in this situation, right? And you witnessed a fight and or you were a person in the position where your partner was cheating on you. Have you been in a fight before? Have you been assaulted before? What would you do? So we're going back to the beginning. And then tomorrow I want to cover the investigative report, which is very thorough. But I wanted to make sure YouTube won't allow me to play the fight in full, the assault, but I'm going to play as much of it as I can because I feel like Ashley's story has gone untold. It's very hard for us, easy for us to judge people in true crime and make a decision like based on, you know, what we think or believe. But like, what would you do if you were in that position? And bullying is a very common thing, whether it's in a school, online, physically, family, anything, partners. So again, we're here for Ashley. It's not a case that's been talked about. It's already dealt with in court. They're both serving 20 years in prison, and they're out possibly 2042. And Ashley did lose her life to this assault. So we want to remember that as I cover the case.
Detective Carter with Gwinnett County Police. Are you your internet?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, this is Detective Poppy, Sergeant Poppy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We know that there was like an incident
Yeah.
that happened earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone called you about it since?
No. Was somebody supposed to?
Well, we just got another call about it. So I guess the girl went to the hospital
Okay.
and she died.
She died.
She's dead. So, but we know that there was like an altercation that happened beforehand.
Yeah, it was mutual, and she came here.
Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
So, but because of it,
wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
I get it.
Yeah.
But because of that, we have to kind of talk to you guys and get a more formal statement.
Sure. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
That was
You're
not
sorry
my
for what?
intention. I've been mentally going through a lot.
Mhm.
I have bipolar depression, and I'm just going through a lot right now. And you know, I came here from up north with my fiance. That's him.
Hey.
I came here with my fiance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came
Are you
here,
the sister? The
yeah,
sister? Okay.
sister. I came here with my fiance to start a new life, buy a house, everything like that, and I never expected him to basically cheat on me with someone at the workplace. You know what I'm saying?
So we would like to get like a formal statement. So we're going to ask that you come up to our headquarters and talk to us.
It's just right up the street.
Okay. All right.
I hear kids. Is there someone else here that
Yeah.
can, is there someone here with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once Stevens and Gonzalez arrive, the women are placed in separate interrogation rooms where they wait for Detective Araya and Detective Carter.
Just go through basically since I wasn't there and I'm playing catch up basically. So what happened?
So like, let me start to where it leaded.
Okay.
How it all. Okay, so like, since I've been down here, they haven't been on good terms. So, you know, arguments back to back. So, like, we just came back from Florida, like, not too long ago from her mom's wedding. And we left on bad terms with everybody because my brother got into a, you know, incident with her stepdad. So ever since that happened and we left Florida, it's just been rockier. It's just been worse arguments. So, yeah. Sorry, I just cursed.
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, what's up earlier? Okay. So, like, you know, they're arguing or whatever. So, my brother, him being a man, cheats. Like always, you know, he's feeling less than, he thinks it's okay to cheat, so, you know. He tells me who's he cheating with and stuff. Now, me and my stepsister, I mean, not my stepsister, my sister-in-law, we're very close, like, so close, like, you understand. Like, she's more of a sister to me than my brother's a brother to me, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
very
So,
close.
like, we're very close.
Yeah.
So, once he told me, I was just like, ooh, I just tell her.
It's girl code.
Yes, right? So, especially when, right after he told me what he was doing, he wanted to do it with her. So I was just like, I'm about to tell her. 2 days prior before this day, we were just chilling, she was working, and Daniel did something to her to make her upset. So we were talking or whatever. And I was just like, oh, I forgot to tell you. No, I didn't forget, but that's still, you know. So I was like,
And if you haven't been following, like I said, this is part 2 of my series. We watched this full interrogation. We're just rewatching the video from part 1 before we see the actual footage that I have from the fight after this. So we're like recapping. It's a little like Sunday, let's catch up, let's recap, let's remember why we're here, right? To talk about Ashley and what happened.
told her what happened. He explained what she did or whatever. She was like, because he was going to be mad at me.
Right.
Okay, so after that, he explained how the girl looked.
I'm sorry, did I miss somebody? Hi, I see Avis, Jenno, what's up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. My beautiful Augie. Hi, girl. Love you. Thank you for being here. Truly, all of you hanging out and standing up for Ashley, right? We're here for Ashley.
To me though.
If you know, you know.
And
We've
you
been
know,
following
earlier
this
Puerto Rican skinny girl.
closely.
So I was like, okay. So then I explained it to Antonetta. So the next day after that, we went to the store. Last night. We went to the store last night and we were walking the Quick Trip. Quick Trip is right there, you know.
I'm not quite gonna walk earlier.
Yeah.
I thought that was you guys.
Okay, so we walked to Quick Trip. As we're walking to Quick Trip, both of them are walking together from Quick Trip. So they're just now leaving, and we're just now coming. So Antonetta is like, is that Daniel walking? So now she runs to him like,
How mad are we? Everyone who's watched this interrogation, we're sitting here, we're fuming. Lily, Tipsy, life artist. I mean, come on, we've all been here for part 1 through 4. We're fuming. We already know, right? We already know what happened. We've seen the hospital footage. So we're like recapping. So we already know. We like know how bad this was. And so sometimes I feel like we need to remember what like happened at the beginning, right? We get so caught up in our feelings and emotions, but it's like, hey, now I'm playing the law and crime video again, and then we're gonna see the fight. So then it's like a different perspective, right? A new day. And I think that's critical to how we take information in. I mean, we've been watching this, we know we're emotional to it, we're tied to it. And so we're going back to the beginning now. We're starting back from the beginning. But it's never ending. Trust me, I have a lot of content on this story. I'm here for Ashley and to speak about bullying and assaults. And no one has really talked about this case except a few channels. And I'm very proud to be speaking about this case and Ashley. I feel like Ashley deserved way more than this. And this was so unfair and disgusting.
who is this? So he's like, oh, it's my worker or whatever. Mind you, before we walked to Kirktrip, we asked him, when you go on your break, can you take us to the store? He said he couldn't leave on his break. So when we stopped on walking, it was like, you just said you couldn't leave on your break. Now you want to go her to the store?
The girl Gonzalez described seeing with her brother was Ashley Bocanegra. Daniel Gonzalez also confirms this timeline to investigators.
So after that, she's kicking Daniel or whatever. She don't want to live with him no more. It's either he gonna leave or she's gonna leave. And she gotta leave with the kids, everything. So it would make sense if he just left. So he's getting kicked out, whatever. And then I guess she was coming to see him. He was getting kicked out. I don't know. It was in those messages. I'm not sure what was said. But I guess she was coming to see him because he was getting kicked out. And Antonetta saw the messages. So she decides, now she's about to come see you. Now I'm about to beat her up. Because you just saved me from her the other day. No, that's how it was. So she's coming. So Antonetta and me, we go
with this girl.
And she comes to the house, big fight. Big fight. So after the fight, we took her phone. We were gonna call her husband to let her know that, it's just or something out.
Gonzalez is laughing and smiling throughout her recounting of the story. She doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation she's in. If she does understand, it appears she doesn't care.
Oh, okay, so we close the door. She starts banging on the door like crazy because, we got her phone. She wants her phone back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then he'll give her phone back, and then I don't know what the hell happened after. She gave her phone back. Literally, she left right after. I don't know how she left. I wasn't watching after that because my brother was mad as hell, and he didn't want me in the distance. I was already in it too much. He's on my ass, so I'm just like, okay. So I don't know what happened after she left, but literally right after she left, a third party called the police. They came, made a report, and then after that it was over, whatever. And then just know you guys came. Yeah, that's all I know.
When you guys fought, how long did that fight last?
2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was early. But yeah, that's about it.
Have you ever been in fights before?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have? Oh. Okay. You seem kind of athletic. You play sports when you were in school?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do I really look athletic?
Yeah, you look athletic. Yeah, you got some shoulders on you.
Why would you do that? You don't know if I just care about these shoulders.
While Gonzalez is laughing and joking, Stevens' time in the interrogation strikes a different tone. She immediately requests a lawyer.
I will say that, I don't go out looking to harm anybody. That's not my intention. I do feel, very remorseful about anything that has happened with that young lady. I'll also say that, it wasn't my intention to even get into an altercation with her today. She came over to my place of residence looking for my fiance. We argued. I was hit. We fought. I feel really bad, but, I don't know. It's just too much.
And we know they're both lying, right? We already saw the interrogation, part 2 and part 3, full interrogation. Go and watch. You have to watch from part 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I see Laura say, I'm regretting not following this. Laura, thank you for being here. But yes, watch it from part 1. It'll make so much more sense and why I'm replaying this for a little refresher. We're going to watch the actual fight after this and then go from there.
Okay. You okay?
No, I'm not. I'm just, I have kids. I don't know how to feel, man. I've been going through too much.
17-year-old Gonzalez is willing to share much more of what happened with investigators.
So tell us about that. Like, how did that happen?
It was very vivid.
I know
It's
she
just so
came.
bad, fights are just like a blur when it happens.
Yeah.
But
Where was she? I know you said earlier she came looking for him.
she came because he was getting kicked out, and she wanted to be a little writer.
Mm-hmm.
When she knows she was searching and she got a husband at home, girl.
I know she's breaking up a happy home, but where was she at? Like,
No, she has a husband as well.
yeah, no, but where was she at?
What do you mean?
You said she came and looked for him. Where was she at? How did y'all make contact with her?
Through messages.
Where did you meet up?
She was in our complex. I guess she lives like right near us.
Look at her right there, right there.
I'm so grateful for you guys like JoJo and Gypsy who's like, go back and rewatch, because it is definitely a story worth hearing. And this being a true crime junkie, you guys know I am mod and we're everywhere on the YouTubes, and it wasn't talked about, and I feel like it should have been talked about. It's bullying, it's disgusting. There's so much to this case. I've watched all of this footage. I paid for it. I received it legally. And every time I rewatch it, it's like, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And just
Yeah.
Like, I think like there's like two sides of the complex. So you know that hill?
Yeah.
It goes around, and like when it goes up and around, there's another complex that looks just like the same.
Mm-hmm. So did she knock on the door at first, or you guys just saw her outside?
Outside. She didn't knock. She didn't get the chance to.
Okay.
Cause like, oh yeah, you got this coming. I'm about to be around. So yeah.
Did you guys start yelling at her before you guys approached her, or how'd that go down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It wasn't really yeah, it was like, yeah, you can't see my, and then it was just fine after that. She knew what it was because she got ready to, and it was just fighting.
Who was fighting?
The girl and Antonetta.
Everybody?
No.
Girl, you didn't get on this?
No. Like, yeah.
Of course you did. I know you did.
Just a little bit.
You got that, like you said, that's your homegirl.
Yeah, that's.
I can't even watch the long crime video because we've already watched this interrogation. I'm so mad. Are you guys mad? Do you feel it? Those of you who have been here, I know who's been here since part 1. Life Artist, JoJo, Mike. Are you pissed off? Like, I'm so upset.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How that happened.
I didn't go crazy though, cause she's small as hell. Like, you're enough already. I don't need to be punching her, dragging her. I don't need to do all that. I'm good. Like in the beginning, she got on the floor, and I kind of like dragged her just a little bit, and then I stopped. I was just like,
it's hard. The adrenaline's going. You gotta.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, let me stop. And then they're just fighting.
Augie, to my girl, firsthand. You've been here as well, and you've also experienced, and so and you're right what you're saying, Mike and Augie. Augie says it's so sad, I have to step away. I know. That was Stephanie, but Augie says, I'm so sad. I'm glad you brought attention to this case. These girls are nasty. And I appreciate you guys being here. Truly.
Yeah. Just a little hit, so I didn't really fight her. That's just crazy.
What made it stop?
I don't know. That's a weird question. I have no idea.
Like
what's so funny?
Anything, or Ashley? I mean,
No, she was just. I never. Out of all fights I've been in, I never saw somebody talk during a fight. Like, while you're gonna be up talking. I never met somebody that.
What was she saying?
She was just talking. Oh, good doesn't want you. That's why he's not loving me. Just like that.
Yeah.
Out there. And then, like, it was just such a weird fight. Like, she was just like, she just was kept on talking. Then she was like, "Aren't you his sister?" And it was just laughing all types. It was just weird. She was a weird person.
You said she said grab the phone?
Yeah.
Antoinette said grab the phone?
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Okay.
When she was talking back, while she was getting beat up, like, how that make you feel with the stuff that she was saying?
Like, yeah, I didn't care.
She was angry. She's mad.
Because, like, she was, listen, I don't get bothered by people who talk stuff. You gotta, like, really do something to me, you know?
She was talking about your brother, though. And your sister.
Yeah, but it was just like, so, like, you.
So you weren't mad? You was just nonchalant, just like whatever?
Yeah, I can't be that bad now. Come on. She knew what it was. You're going to talk regardless. It's a fight. What do you expect? So I'm just like, I've been in multiple fights. They brought.
So you were just standing over them as they were fighting?
Yeah, I'm just like, what? But then I walked away. Daniel was mad as hell. Like I said, every time me getting into business period, he gets angry. You know, I don't got time for him.
Yeah.
But he was sleeping when the fight was happening outside, right? Because you said that she woke him up.
Yes, she did.
By she, you mean Ashley, right? Who woke Daniel up?
She did.
Who's she?
Antonetta.
Okay. So you guys were outside fighting?
No. We woke him up when we knew Ashley was coming. And then we was like, yeah, like, she's about to get beat up. Because now you're getting kicked out and she thinks it's okay to come save you. Like, who is she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't been together for how long? Like, that was weird. So, yeah.
In the video recorded by Gonzalez, Stevens can be heard telling Daniel Gonzalez about what had just occurred outside. It appears that this is when he's woken up, just before Bocanegra follows them to the door.
How did you guys find the messages again?
His phone.
Okay. Did you find it or did she find it?
She found it.
Antoinette?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did she, like, where were you at? Did you come, how did that happen?
She came to me. We were reading.
I'm like screaming at the screen. I'm like, we already seen you. We already seen this interrogation. You're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar and you contributed to the murder of this woman. Like, hello.
Messages. And we're like, yeah, that's the girl that we just saw. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys text her?
Mm-mm. What do you mean?
Did you guys send messages to her?
Yes.
No, we don't get her number.
You lured her.
No, I mean from his phone.
Oh, from his phone?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because you messed up your story a little bit. I already read the messages. You messed up a little bit.
What was the messages?
He wasn't getting kicked out.
Yes, he was.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. What the hell? I didn't. I only saw the messages where he was cheating. So I'm not sure if anybody texted her.
For sure?
You know? Yeah.
So Antoinette just sent the messages
I'm
first?
positive myself. I'm positive. But yeah, I don't know if there's any messages sent to that lady. Because I can't say I didn't know if there's messages sent.
You were with her when she was
why else would
texting
she
him.
have come?
You were still with her when she was texting her. I know you guys were sending messages. She already told us you guys were texting her.
Yeah, but I don't know what was said.
So she was just texting her.
That's why I said he was getting kicked out. I don't know what was said.
So you didn't send the messages, she just sent the messages.
Yeah, because I don't know what was said in those messages. But I know from seeing them arguing, he was getting kicked out.
Okay, so you didn't see no messages. Antoinette just told you about it, and then
No,
Antoinette texted her?
I saw the messages where he was cheating.
What did those say?
I'm feeling you, I'm falling for you, something like that. Hurting each other's messages.
And that's when Antoinette showed those. She showed those to you, and that's when she started messaging her.
Yeah, she showed those to me,
Mm-hmm.
and then she sent a message to her.
Antoinette sent the message to Ashley.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Did she tell you what she was sending?
Like the words and no, I don't know what she said.
Maybe you had to know something. You knew she was outside.
But I didn't know she was outside. Of course I knew she was outside, because if she about to go fight, I'm coming with her.
But earlier today, she didn't know that she was walking into a fight.
Hmm. Yeah.
No, she was dead.
I know, that's crazy. Deanna.
Now she's dead. Like, we've already seen it. We see what you did. Like, why are you smiling and laughing and acting like you didn't do anything wrong? She is very young here. This person is 17 here at the time of the assault, which was in 2022.
She died? Like,
From fighting.
The injuries of her death.
So they had to do an autopsy, but it was a result of her the injuries she sustained during the fight.
Mm.
Bocanegra's autopsy report shows that she sustained blunt force trauma to the head. She also suffered from hemorrhaging in the brain and the back.
So part 1 has the autopsy. Go back and watch part 1. We reviewed it. We discussed it. I had it. I have it. It's worth watching part 1 and starting from part 1. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. We love Ashley here, and we're here for Ashley. You need to go back and rewatch. It's worth it.
Her cause of death is listed as generalized trauma, which resulted in a rupture of the right adrenal gland, a gland that sits right above the kidney. Her manner of death? Homicide.
It's crazy.
How does it make you feel?
This make you feel like I'm going to hell. That I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Like, that's really crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not a big girl.
No, she isn't. That's why I don't watch her. She's too small. I looked at her and I'm just like, how old are you? She told me she was 30. I'm like, you're really small for your age to be 30. Like, she looked sick, skinny. So I was like, nah.
I heard she was pretty bug.
I don't know.
Daniel said, he said, when I opened the door, I saw her. I was like, oh, and I slammed the door because she was so up.
Yeah, he did do that. He did do that.
I can't.
He said he was shocked.
But I didn't. I don't know, because I really didn't see her after that. Like, they had me sitting in the back because Daniel was on my...
Detective Araya and Detective Carter already spoke with Daniel Gonzalez back at the apartment complex. While his fiancée and sister were being escorted to the police headquarters, Daniel Gonzalez shared what he knew with investigators.
We'll come back here and talk to you. I understand you got kids. You just need you here now with your kids. We're going to take her up and talk to her, and your sister's going to go.
So just 2 cars, so 1 more car, that's it.
And then we'll go from there. Okay? Yes, sir. How long have you lived here? About a year? So you know Ashley? Yes, sir. How do you know Ashley?
You know, you have an emotional relationship.
So they had the altercation earlier this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Which you don't know anything about.
No, I was informed that.
This is Daniel. This is who Ashley was seeing, and this is the reason she got jumped. We saw this video. I believe it was part 3. Part 3. We saw Daniel. We saw this full video where he finds out that Ashley lost her life and he actually really liked her. And you can see that in part 1. We saw the text messages where she was lured by Daniel, but it was Antonetta. Right? It's a whole thing. Like, you need to watch part 1 and you need to understand who all the characters are.
Yes. She deleted the messages from 911. And that my phone is like seemed like it was untouched.
Yeah.
Texted the woman and said, hey, she basically acted like she was me. I know I swear she probably still had the messages actually. So she texted me and she was like, you know, she acted like she was me. And she said, hey, my wife kicked me out. She's not my wife, but she said that. I guess that's what she said. She kicked me out and come meet me. She used basically her emotional, the way she feels towards me,
Yeah.
to get her over here. And she got her over here.
Hey, Paul. Did I just take them over by your car? Just go ahead and take them over
We're
by
gonna-
your
we'll
car,
just-
please.
Well, yeah, hold on one second. So then she came over, so she asked her to come over, she was pretending to be you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
She had to, because when I opened, I literally woke up and was like,
When you say she fought her, like,
she had to fight.
who?
Because they had to fight again, an altercation, because when I literally woke up and I'm like, the heck, and all I hear is them my sister. You know, like, it's like,
So Ashley came here to your door.
because they took her phone. They took her phone. Like, I think they went back.
Oh, they took her phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she was going to text her and you know, she was hurt. So, but now I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's nothing at the door, but I hear bigger. So I'm like, yo, I don't hear the door. I'm like, I open the door. And she did not close it immediately.
How did she look when she opened the door?
I don't know.
She looked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tells detectives that although he is in a relationship with Stevens, he isn't interested in her. Their relationship had been falling apart for some time, leading up to the attack against Bocanegra, his new love interest.
Did she talk to you about it afterwards?
No, the only thing she said is, why would you do this to me? And I told her, like, we're not, like, the love interest is gone, everything. Like, I told her this yesterday. When she saw me walking with this girl.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
and I stopped her. I was like, you're not gonna fight her because of what we're going through. It's not her fault, you know.
Did she message
Yes,
Ashley from your phone,
and I'm pretty sure
pretending to be
Ashley
you?
has- Yes.
Daniel Gonzalez shows his phone to Detective Carter, who begins reading the text messages Stevens allegedly sent.
There's about what happened to your sister kicked me in the back on my heart and chest.
Yes, and I know she has heart problems. Like, this is, like, crazy to me. Like, it's not like this is fresh. Like, I'm over here cheating on this woman. I'm not. We've been, like, this has been a toxic environment, and she's just been trying to figure out what to do, and I've been trying to figure out what to do. But she doesn't want nobody to leave.
Where you at? I need to see you. I'm in the bed. I want you here so bad.
Daniel Gonzalez appears genuinely concerned about Bocanegra's well-being. He willingly gives his phone to investigators and consents to a download of his messages.
We saw these messages. So if you want to see those, part 1, I review those. I got all this footage, all these documents from the court system and the police department. I paid for them legally. So it's coming to you raw. This is like part 1 and 2 and 3. I show the interrogations. I'm here showing this footage for a reason, like this, because it's so much different when we see it from another creator or another channel, blurring them out. This is like the footage that I have on parts 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Those are like from the police department. So make sure you wear headphones when you're listening, because it's a little iffy at points, but you need to go back and rewatch. It's worth watching all the interrogations rather than just making a judgment off of this part. I recommend you go back and watch the full interrogation before you make a judgment. And I recommend that in life in general. Before you're quick to judge someone or something, like, make sure you explore it and look into it and make your own assessment of it and your own opinion, and you're not just being a follower and conforming.
Then he asks how Ashley Bocanegra is doing. It appears he hadn't arrived home yet when the detectives broke the news of her death to Stevens and Gonzalez.
Is she hurt?
Oh, I see it.
Like, real bad?
So
Honestly, I'm not gonna make a show. I'm not gonna go and yell. I'm not gonna go call her. I just want to know.
well, yeah, we got a call from the hospital a little while ago, and she actually passed away from.
Bro, stop playing with me,
No,
please.
seriously.
Please stop playing with me. Please stop playing with me.
Sit down,
bro. Please
sit down,
stop
sit down,
playing
sit down,
with me.
sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Please stop
Breathe.
We saw this interrogation, right?
Breathe.
Part
playing with
4.
me. I
Breathe.
can't just-
Breathe.
Oh,
Look at me. Look at me. Breathe.
always.
Daniel Gonzalez, obviously distraught, leaves the walkway and enters his apartment. Detectives follow him.
I felt the hole in my heart as soon as she left. That's crazy.
One tragic and brutal murder. 3 staggeringly different reactions from everyone inside the apartment that day. By the end of their interrogations, the women behind Ashley Bocanegra's violent death received identical charges.
Robbery. Ah! What? Robbery.
Yeah.
We didn't steal her phone. We took it so she could come to the house.
Oh, you took it.
Yeah,
You didn't steal it.
she got her phone back.
Ah.
I told you she wasn't leaving unless we gave her back her phone. We just did it so we could call her husband, but we changed our mind.
Okay.
Gave her phone down. She got her phone back.
She said it was okay for you to take it?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's a robbery. The other charge is murder.
Murder?
Yeah. You're being charged with murder.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's deep, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
No. What? Murder? Really laid hands on her. All I did was pull her hair.
Antonetta Stevens and Janine Gonzalez are both taken to the Gwinnett County Jail. While they're being booked, Daniel Gonzalez is at home with his 3-year-old son.
What did you do, Nick?
What to do what?
That's all I wanted to do.
Okay, yes, definitely watch SpongeBob.
3 young boys are now left without a mother to care for them. Antonetta Stevens and Janine Gonzalez are each currently serving 20 years for voluntary manslaughter and robbery by force at Arendelle State Prison. Their maximum sentence release dates are both set for August 2042.
All right. Okay, so we've already seen this. I played this video in part 1. I wanted to recap, refresh your memory a little. Now I'm gonna play the fight. I have the unredacted version from the police department. We're not gonna play it in its entirety because I don't want to get in trouble from YouTube. It condones violence, assault, all of the above. It breaks all of the violations on YouTube. So I'm going to speed it up to 1.5, and I'm going to skip. I'm going to play every 3 minutes. This is the extraction from the cell phone of Janine, the sister who recorded the assault. The one we just saw. She was like, what? That's too much. No, you recorded the fight and you participated. It's not too much. It's common sense if you're a mature person. So, like I said, I'm going to play parts of the fight. I can't play it all in its entirety. I really wish I could. I really feel like it's a part of the story of Ashley that I want to be heard and told. So I'm going to play as much as I can. Trigger warning. You see people fighting. This is where Ashley lost her life, literally. These injuries from this fight, she died from them in the hospital. If you didn't see yesterday, part 1, I'm saying go back and watch part 1. You're like, Melly, you keep saying that. You're annoying. But it's you need to understand her story from the beginning and where we started. Because I started from the autopsy report. It was raw from the coroner's office, the autopsy report I received. So I'm going to play the fight. I'm going to speed it up. And I'm going to skip. And we're going to see little bits and pieces of it. And then I want to play the videos that I played in episode 3 of Ashley before the fight and after the fight. We know she wasn't feeling good. She was already feeling, the damage of all the blows to her body physically. So we know she wasn't feeling well. We've already seen those, but I'm going to replay them again tonight. For those of you who are new here, we're reviewing the case of Ashley Bocanegra. She was attacked and assaulted over seeing someone else's boyfriend. With that being said, I just have nothing to say. I'm shocked. I wouldn't want to lose my life, my children, over another person. I mean, there's so many fish in the sea. Is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? And that's why I wanted this last part of the live, I want us to have a discussion on that, like relationships and like, is it worth it? How would you have handled it, right? So I'm gonna play the fight. Like I said, I'm gonna play up until she starts getting beat because I don't want YouTube to take my video or my channel down. And then I sped it up and we're gonna skip 2 parts of it. This is when they lure her to the back of the apartment complex. They all lived in the same apartment complex and they pretend they are Daniel and they lure her there and she fights her. 13 minutes long. I'm gonna skip to like every 3 minutes so I don't get in trouble for it. But I believe it's critical to the story that I'm here to tell, and that's Ashley's story. And I'm here for Ashley. And I've said it before, I came across this case by accident, and I was blessed enough to be able to find all these records and be able to tell her story. And it's so unfair. And I think they should have got life. Both of these people involved in this assault, the sister as well, she recorded the fight. I think she should have got life, both of them. But they're both out to walk amongst humanity in 2042. And how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Here we go.
Running the boats.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the playback speed when they lure her normal, and then when the fight starts, I'll speed it up just because YouTube's gonna probably get me in trouble for it.
Boats. So you in the boats? I think she's in the boats.
So this right here is Antonetta and Janine, who we've seen, the sister and the lover's girlfriend, fiance, luring Ashley to the apartment complex so that they could jump her. And that's how Ashley lost her life.
I see. Is she? Can't underestimate. What does she see us? And she walk away. She can't get away. I'm gonna still run after her and be. Be mad and be my ass about it. Like you so mad for me for a bitch. It wouldn't be too bad if she walked up here. I'm just bigger than
Did you see that the declaration was for the wrong one?
you're all bigger. I was like,
Imagine they're luring her there. This is where Ashley loses her life. Hi, Julie, my love. Thank you for being here. You know, I have a lot of love for you. So I appreciate you popping in tonight.
where's she at? She's walking out the park. Hold the phone down. By the what? By the pool? Oh. I got that. Yeah, I got this. I got fucking 3 phones tonight. Oh, nah. This was crazy, bitch. My legs hurt. I'm gonna bust my ass, bitch.
I'm grossed out.
Down
I
like
can't.
this.
My heart.
Oh, I'm about to stop. All right, bro. Where are we going?
Imagine we are watching the minutes, seconds leading up to when Ashley loses her life. Like, are we like, is this for real?
What's this? Oh, so she gonna be coming down here? Yeah. You're recording for 5 minutes now. You know I'm on Instagram. This, look at it, right there, right there. That's what, baby. That was cool, you know. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So as I said prior, I'm not going to play all this fight. I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. So I'm going to speed it up. And then I'm going to skip a few minutes while we watch the fight. This is where Ashley receives the injuries she lost her life to. Not blurred, not anything. So, like, let's hope YouTube doesn't come for me. But this is why I want to share. I think her story is important. You already know, if you're here watching, you know I feel some type of way about this case. You know, I got a lot of love for Ashley, even though I never met her. But on a spiritual level, like, I am very proud to be here and tell her story. And I'm always going to be telling it and reminding people, like, go back and watch. You know, I did part 1, part 2, part 3. We're on part 5. And there's many parts to come.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is Ashley on the floor right now.
Wanna get fucked up? Wanna get fucked up? Get off my hair, I'm gonna fuck you up. Let me go then. Say hi to Daniel. Say hi to Daniel. You know he said I could come out here and fuck you up, right? Yeah. 30 and tell me. Yeah, he told you. Tell me everything. No, you got shit. You don't get my man, right? I'm in front of my man, right? Yeah. Right, you his manager. I'm getting you fired, bitch. That's bias. That's conflict of interest. I'm going to the job. You're fucking my nigga while he's on the clock. Fucking my nigga going there trying to ruin his family, bitch. He has the whole set. You're mad at him? No. To you. I will do fucking worse. Video over. You wanna jump her now? Wanna jump her now? Yeah, we could do that. You done? You tapping out? Go. Get out my face. I'm doing you dirty. Get out my face. You're not getting no phone. I'm from the Bronx, bitch. I don't know you're not. Fucking lying ass bitch. Where the fuck you from, bitch? Fucking liar. Yes. What part of the Bronx you from, bitch? What part of the Bronx you from? What part? What part? Nope. We're getting jumped. Yes. You're going us to be. I don't care. Right. And that's crazy. You know that, bitch. All the fucking business. All my fucking business. Come on. Let's get our shit. Be out of here.
I'm going to slow it down just so you can hear a taste of the nasty, vile words. If you hear someone speaking like this, whether it's in your personal life or online, about anyone, me, anyone on YouTube, anyone on any social media platform, run away and do not support. This is disgusting behavior. Disgusting. If you support any type of bullying, or if you know anyone that supports any type of bullying, you are being complicit in the emotional and mental distress one can feel and the physical detriment that it could lead to. And this is an example, and this is why I wanted to show this. So,
You ready to die for this phone? Come on, jump for this phone. She getting jumped. Come on, hurry up, Janine. She wanna get jumped. Yeah, nobody gets jumped. We jumping her for the phone. I'm done. Nope, I'm done. We're jumping you. I'm done. We're jumping. You want the phone? I'm done. Fight both our asses. You want the phone? Fight both our asses, bitch. You fucked up. And you don't give me your phone. You're a proud side hoe. Get the fuck out of my face. Nope, you're not getting it. You're jumping both of us for your phone. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. No. No.
I'm sorry, if I was there, I would take a charge. I'll catch a charge. I would have defended Ashley, for sure.
Here, you're done. Go away.
Let that be known.
Go away. No, report a stolen, bitch. Go. Go. Get out of my face. I'm doing you dirty. Get out of my face. You're not getting no phone. I'm from the Bronx, bitch. I don't know you're not. Fucking lying ass bitch. Where the fuck you from, bitch? Fucking liar. Yes. What part of the Bronx you from, bitch? What part of the Bronx you from? What part? What part? Nope. We're getting jumped. How old are you? Yes. You're grown ass to me. I don't care. You're right. And that's crazy that you know that, bitch. All over my fucking business.
So while they're talking all this shit, Ashley has received injuries to her head and her liver that will cost her her life. So just think, we're like a little fly on the wall. We're watching this fight. This is the unredacted version from the police department, but we already know that she had to die in the hospital without saying goodbye to her son because of this. So like, as if you've watched parts 1 through 5, I'm furious. Do you see it? You see like fire coming out of my hair somewhere? For real.
Business. Come on, let's get our shit. Be out of here. You're grown too. Hey, hang on. Why are you coming to my house? Why was she walking over here? Why was she walking over to my house? Why was she doing that? He didn't pay his own phone bill. He's a bird. Right? Fucking dummy. Let's go. You want it, you getting jumped for it. Point blank period. She's following. I don't care. She don't get beat up by both of us. That's you really fucked up. I do this. He let me come out here and whoop your ass. You should be ashamed of yourself. Come out here in the morning after you work the whole late night shift. You're getting fired, bitch. Calling your corporate, saying that you're abusing your employees. Fucking them and holding it against them. Yep. Calling your corporate office tomorrow. You're gonna come to my doorstep, you're really gonna get your ass beat. Again. Show you a great time. Yes, yes. Take her clogs. No, he don't want you. What can I do? Oh.
All right. Let me know. What are the vibes? What are you feeling? Let me know. I'm about to go ham on here. We're going to play. I played these in part 1 and 2. Ashley leaving her apartment to meet these bullies. Ashley after the apartment when she has already started feeling the physical effects of the blows to her head and her body. So we're going to do a little quick recap. We just watched the fight. That was the unredacted version from the police department. I paid for those files. I can play them here. I didn't want to play it all in full, so I played bits and pieces. But now we're going to play. This is Ashley leaving to the apartment to meet who she thinks is Daniel, but it's actually Antonetta, who we just saw beating her up. So that's Ashley walking to meet Daniel, who she thinks she's meeting, but it's actually the people who are fighting her. So watch it and watch how she walks and watch she's fine here. You see the physical contributions to her health here and they're well. And then we're going to see the next part, which I played already previously. So that was right before she got jumped. Okay. So now we're going to play the next one. Give me one sec. This is her arriving after she got jumped. And she's already, let me just say, she received damage to her adrenal gland, her head, and mainly every part of her body. So at this point, the adrenal gland is critical to how our body works and the organs in our body. So she's already not feeling well, seconds after being jumped. And this is her arriving home after the fight.
Hello?
So she's already getting home after the fight, and she had already called her fiance, who didn't know she was cheating on him, and she's already not feeling well. If you can hear in the background, she says like, hello, and she's in and out of breath for the lung damage she received. Let's replay it.
Hello?
Okay, now we're going to play. We've already watched these, but I'm just doing like a little recap. Now we're going to play the video of her. We just saw her going in, and now she's going to go in and she doesn't feel well, and she's going to change her clothes. She calls Julian, who we already saw the video and interrogation of, and she calls them and says, hey, I'm not feeling well. I just got jumped. He doesn't know she had already been seeing someone. That's why I say you have to go back and rewatch part 1 through 4. But this is a video of her going to the hospital. You see her hunching over, holding her back. Her body's already going in shock. She's already in shock. She's already, and I say this without trying to sound evil, but she's already experiencing death here. Her organs are shutting down. Her adrenal gland is shutting down. Her brain, it can't handle the pain. Her liver is shutting down. She had traumatic blunt force trauma to her liver, her head. So let's replay that, and you can see her hunching over. That's a symptom of like pain. How do you guys feel? What do you think? I'm going to play the police body cam footage now of Antonetta, the woman who was throwing the punches. The detective's going to find her, and we're going to listen to her. We saw little bits and pieces right in the law and crime. We've already seen interrogations if you've been following it, but now we're going to see the detectives after the fight go and find her and confront her. So let me share that. And this is a couple minutes, so let's get through it and watch it together. And I just want to say shout out to this female detective. She's been in all of our interrogation videos. If you watched all of them, you're going to see her here. And in the next body cam footage I see, one, she's beautiful. Like, she's beautiful. She looks beautiful. She sounds beautiful. And she's here to help Ashley, and she loves her job. So shout out to this homicide detective. I believe her name is Detective Carter. And she's a baddie. She's fine. She's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love to see it.
What's going on with that? So what's going on?
We just want to make sure everybody's good, so that's why we're here. That's fine, but we'd rather y'all come out here. Can they come out? The females that are in there?
The females out there are fine.
Yeah.
This girl, she came to my house. She's been sleeping with my fiance. She works over there. She's his manager, and she keeps on forcing him to have sex with her after he's been cut it off, or she's gonna fire him. And we ended up fighting right here because she approached my home. This is my home. She lives all the way over there.
Okay, is everybody in the house right now?
Oh, just me. I'm the only one that fought. Just me. The girl, she left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we will, but you gotta give us time. We're not just gonna walk up in your apartment, so it's just you two in the house right now? And your sister? Okay.
A female came to my home.
So we're gonna make sure everybody's okay, because a third party called.
Is your sister involved?
My sister?
Yeah, is she?
No, that's my sister-in-law.
Is she involved?
She was there.
Are you two arguing?
I get so mad because how are you going to lie about Ashley? You're going to say that she was trying to force him to have sex. Honey, she was not forcing your man. Your man wanted to have sex with her for some type of reason. And if this is how you behave, bullying and beating people up and murdering someone, I don't blame him.
Are you
No, we're not arguing.
Okay, so let's go inside. So we're not.
I said it. Are you guys going to judge me? You're like Millie. You guys know me here. All right, I'll settle down.
Did you see everything or no? Oh, okay. All right, so kind of slow it down. You were going.
The female that he's been sleeping with.
Him?
Yes, my fiance. I've known for 5 years.
Okay.
We moved here together from up north. So he works the floor in the court. He's been sleeping with his manager.
And that's who was here?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've been feeling it for some time now.
Okay.
Yesterday, I'm walking to Quick Trip. I see them walking together. And you're a woman. You know our intuition. I know that's the girl. I seen her. We argued yesterday. She broke it up. It was fine. This morning now, she's calling, texting.
My woman intuition doesn't say that I should go murder someone over a guy. And if it does, please seek the mental health that you need. I'm all for it. Reach out. Do it.
That she's gonna be coming here. I waited for her, and then I saw her because I'm just enraged. I'm very heartbroken. You see, I started packing my stuff yesterday. Nothing is even in bags. I'm just mentally out of it right now because this is the person that I wanted to grow old with. This is the person I want to share my life with, and I feel dirty. I feel disgusting. I feel heartbroken, and I feel stupid.
Okay.
But I'm okay right now. I'm not like, gonna be going out hating anybody. I'm not a menace to society. I'm just very heartbroken.
So she's okay right now when they're interrogating her, but she's not a menace to society and she's not going to go out and hurt someone. But you already just beat a girl to death. So if you want to talk about intention and integrity and being honest.
We
just had to make sure everybody was good because we got a call.
She was there. She's fine. We're not arguing.
So did y'all? She came to meet up so y'all could fight, or?
No, she came here to meet with him, and then I caught her, and then I beat her up.
No, you lured her.
So does she have injuries too? Because y'all were both going at it.
Yeah, she does.
So, like I said, somebody called 911.
Yeah.
She didn't call. It was the main thing is,
She supposedly she was gone, and she left and walked away or whatever she did. She's actually cheating on her family too. Go figure. The husband and she
drive off. I
No,
assume?
she walked. She walked. I don't know if she has her own car, but her, I don't know. I hope her husband finds the hell out because why do I have to be the only one in shambles of my life? But
is that y'all's kid to go?
She says, why do I have to be the only one in shambles in my life? Antonetta, like, you think you're the only one that gets cheated on? You think that you're the only one who has had trauma? You think you're the only one that has gone through human experiences? Like, you think you should get a pass for beating the shit out of someone and killing her? Because, like, why? Why? Do you guys feel the same way I feel, or am I just being too aggressive on here? Let me know.
yeah, beautiful, right?
Y'all like really calm down.
Do you have your ID? Just so we can say we spoke to you.
I can find my phone. I'm sorry.
What happened? I mean, from your viewpoint. Fine.
You want to come see him? You can't see him. You got to
Yeah. You have your ID too, since you were there.
Oh no,
You're not in trouble or anything. Oh, you don't have like a permit or anything. Yeah, wow.
And like, how dare she say like, oh, because I'm bipolar and I've been going through things. Like, you want to talk about mental health? Like, do you really want to talk about like, does every person who has bipolar disorder or schizophrenia? No, they don't just full blown right off the bat go and murder someone. So, sure, it happens. I'm not going to be the one to say it doesn't, but I'm also not going to be the one to be like, okay with someone who has dealt with mental health issues for herself. I'm not going to be like, this is okay. Just because you're bipolar, you think that you can get away with beating the shit out of someone? Absolutely not. Have you put in the work? There's so much here that we can talk about, but we're going to save that for another life. But like, I'm disgusted. Vomit everywhere.
No.
Can you do me a favor? Just write your first name and your last name for me. Your birthday? Yeah. And that's your sister? He said? That's your sister? Oh. Just so I can read this.
I'm just documenting about to talk to real quick.
What'd you say? What'd you say, man?
I didn't want to talk at all. I didn't want to talk.
You don't have to talk. We're just more concerned because they said her and another female were fighting, and then I guess you were outside the door banging or something.
Yes, I want to highlight, Junie says, all the children on Barb are the real victims. Absolutely. They're left motherless. Augie says, Melly, 1,100%. Thank you, Augie. Jojo says, Melly, for some reason, I feel this story in my heart. Yes, we're here for Ashley. We're Ashley's angels. We're going to tell her story. I have so much more on this. This is just like, we're just getting started.
Oh, she was. Okay.
Let me do that voice for Ashley.
Oh, okay. So she came back up. Okay. And what the hell happened here? That between y'all? You don't have to.
I hope you understand. I'm really peaceful. Like, I know this is rude, and I never get any calls.
I just woke up.
I'm just heartbroken, you know. I'm very heartbroken. I never thought I would have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Never in my life, you know.
For a discussion after, a quick little recap. If you're heartbroken, are you going to go and murder someone? Just keep that in the back of your mind after this.
You have an email address or no? What's your email?
Do I need to get off the soapbox? Y'all are like, Melly's too much. I hope so. I hope so. Because I'm pissed off.
Did he get your phone number? What's your phone number?
They should have got life. Sorry. The police department.
And your email?
Not me. I'm not redacting shit. But the police department did.
So you're saying nothing happened to your back?
No.
How'd all that happen? How'd all that happen?
Train me from going back outside for the second round.
They went. I told him they were over there. He went to his car with the license.
Who did?
422.
Oh, he's here.
Did y'all catch that? The detective saw that Daniel had like wounds on his back. Why'd you have wounds? Was she already beaten up on you? Antonetta, do you have a problem with domestic violence? Because it seems like it, since you just attacked and murdered someone over it.
Okay.
I meant over there for practice, but I'll walk in that car real quick.
Okay. If you don't mind, just give us 2 minutes. I'm gonna run downstairs and be right back, alright? You want anything done with her or anything? What was her name?
I have no idea.
You don't know her name?
I really don't.
I'm assuming he's not gonna tell me her name.
Probably not, because you probably wouldn't want me to find out.
What's her name, sir? It's considered mutual between them, so she's not in trouble or anything. What is it?
You probably don't want me to find out what her name is. What are you gonna do from jail
What's her last name?
for 20 years, you psycho?
What? How do you spell it? Huh?
And she's gone. Like, I'm
Well, she
disgusted.
got Facebook, Instagram, something with her name on it.
Bocanegra.
Okay.
You want friends with her on Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram or anything like that, man?
I don't really know. So like I got it, but I don't use it to see like stuff on like clothing brands, games.
How old is she?
30.
30. What's she look like?
Hispanic
female?
Yeah. Black hair, with kind of like highlights, curly.
What color highlights?
Messed up teeth, really big jaw. Don't know what he was seeing.
What color highlights?
Kind of like this.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he thought he seen something in me, but it wasn't.
You said 30s or so?
Yeah.
Okay. About what? How tall would you say your height is?
Yeah. Approximately.
And weight? Just
And if we saw together Daniel when he found out about this, and he says that they were already on the verge of breaking up. So when Antonetta went and attacked Ashley, they were already on bad terms for like weeks. So it wasn't like your man didn't know that you didn't know that your man didn't want you. You already knew that. You done knew that. So like, why are you attacking someone over it? Leave. Find someone else. I know it's hard to say when you love someone. I've been there before. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say here that we haven't all been through some stuff. But like, is it worth 20 years of your life and your son, 2 sons being without a mother? Like, I'm having a hard time. I don't have kids either. So you would think like you would think I'd have like 20 kids here by the way that I feel. I don't. But I can only empathize with you parents who are like, why would I want to leave my kids parentless for 20 years? They have one parent. And I'm not here to judge and say, it's different. Having a parental figure, male and female, I think is critical, and not everyone gets that, and that's okay. But I think like if you have the choice, right? We all have choices. Every day we wake up with choices. Whether it's chatting in a YouTube discussion or witnessing a fight like this or witnessing our own troubles in our personal life, right? So I just feel like this whole thing pisses me off because like she's using mental health, jealousy, and then she uses her kids. I'm just like
She's like 80 pounds. I hope she's not on drugs. I hope I didn't catch anything.
she's like, I hope she's not on drugs. Ashley, we saw the autopsy, right? We know Ashley didn't do anything.
What did she have?
I'm a pretty good fighter.
What did she have when you were done?
I don't really know.
You don't know?
I was just out of it.
Was this right here at this hill or in front?
It started at the hill, and then she brought it to my mother.
Oh, when she was banging? What was she saying out there? Telling you to open the door or something?
Yeah, and then she opened the door at one point.
Oh, she just opened her eyes?
Yeah, she kind of did. I had to go out there and he slammed it. She was like,
So that's probably how he got all that, was kind of. Do you think she's gonna come back over here?
It would be bad for her too. Come over here. I mean, if you guys want me to call her, I'll call her before, I handle the
Oh, what's her phone number?
I don't know. But I'm not going over there, just so you guys know. I'm not going to go on a manhunt looking for her. I don't care. I already handled my business.
Yeah, like I said, it's not considered domestic
What?
violence. Y'all went at it.
I'm not gonna go look for her. I already handled my business. You already did what you had to do. You're not gonna go look for her. You already lured her like an animal, a vile, disgusting animal. And now you're gonna sit here and pretend like I'm not gonna disturb the peace.
Together, so it would be, if you want to prosecute, she wants to prosecute, then technically both of y'all will go to jail. So if you're not wanting to worry about it, then we're gonna go our separate ways and not worry about it. Thanks, appreciate it. Or you want anything done to her?
Nope. I think she's got enough,
All right.
But she could fight. If you're gonna cheat on somebody, you don't fight.
She could fight?
So,
Really?
you know you're a side of them.
I'm guessing you're gonna pack all your crap up and get out of here while your clothes are on the couch, or y'all gonna try to work this out? Do y'all have a kid?
I don't know,
What's y'all
because
plan?
he works right there. So would I be a horrible woman to tell you to quit your job and then you have to work with this woman and I have to stay here? I work from home. I'm in the house 24/7. I cook, clean, work. That's all I do all day. It's probably why I lost my mind like that. So I don't really know, but I think I want to leave though. So I'm in the process. I just don't know where to go. Like I did say, I'm from up north. Don't really have family out here, you know. So put all my eggs on one basket just for this to happen. I don't know.
Because that y'all gotta think about it. Y'all have a kid together. It's open.
Hello.
Y'all.
I'm gonna just do a report. Just.
You want me to do it real quick?
No, I'll do it. But did y'all do this over the air or no? Because I didn't hear. It was so loud. Did you have the returns to where you can forward them to me, so I don't have to write it all down?
Yeah. You doing what you wish for?
There you go.
Seriously, be careful what you wish for.
In this house.
Well, be careful what you wish for.
There you go.
Seriously, be careful what you wish for. If she does come back, stay separated and give us a call. It's gonna be in your best interest.
Okay, so she comes here, I'll call you guys, and if she doesn't leave, I want to be her again. I'm just letting you guys know.
If she doesn't, I'm gonna beat her up.
That's the decision you have to make.
You already did.
All I'm saying is, just stay separated if you can.
Okay, I'll try.
Because I know you say you want a weekend away, but when it comes down to it, you'll probably have a quick change of heart. And that's probably not for the best. Especially since you have a kid. Right? So he's gonna take care of the kids for a full weekend.
Anything else from us?
No, that's all.
Alrighty.
Thank you guys.
Y'all take care. No problem. Have a good one.
Have a good night. Well, have a good at 3:31.
Okay, so now we saw her being confronted after the fight. Now we're going to play one more video and then we're going to catch up. This is a video of the leasing office manager. She witnessed the fight. And I just thought it was rather interesting. It's like a couple minutes long. So we've seen all of it, right? We saw the autopsy, the audio calls, the lurid text messages. We saw the interrogations, Daniel, Julian. Now we've seen them, the fight. We've seen them approach Antonetta. And now we're going to watch the witness that saw this fight. Leasing office manager who witnessed the assault.
So, I was coming down the hill because that's the end of the hill. I was coming down the hill. I was kind of far from it. Once I got up on it, I saw people were fighting. So people were trying with the black girl and the driver. So when I walked past them, I was like, don't stop. And I looked up at me. And then I just drove past them and caught my one. But I started making sure I could break it up. So while I was on the phone, now we want to talk back. And started giving them the description. So the black girl had the other girl down on the ground, too small too. Had her down on the ground and punching her and throwing her hair in her head like up against the concrete.
He was slamming her head on the concrete.
The other girl, I don't know if she had a phone in her hand, videotaping. That's what the maintenance guy told me. But I've seen the other girl kick the girl. What? They jump on her. Like, she already down and she ain't fighting back. So why would this girl kick? So I heard the girl say, why you come to my house? And then the maintenance guy heard the girl saying something about speaking with the boyfriend or something. So that makes sense. After I came to the bottom of the field, you know, they got up, stopped fighting, they exchanged some words. The victim, I should say, started walking up the hill, and the other two girls started walking down the hill. And then the victim turned around and started walking with them. The black girl pushed her. They just exchanged some more words, and then they started fighting. And she was like, I would murder you, I would murder you.
Yes, this is the leasing office manager who saw the fight right after it happened. I just thought it was interesting to observe, right, the witness who saw it.
That's when I was on the phone when I was on.
Who said that?
The black girl. Okay.
We saw the fight, so we know.
So, when she got up from where I was, where they was, I could just see red on her forehead. So I was like, she's bleeding.
Yeah.
So I told them now, she's bleeding, it's like she's hurt. But then they all walked down the hill together and went into the same building. I was like, that was kind of odd, because I thought they were going to go separate ways. But they went to the same building. I didn't know what part of it was until we started exchanging stories. And it's like, I thought you was going to break it up. We saw you ride past them. And they was like, we was watching it from the window. And I was like, why you didn't break it up? So that's when they started putting in little pieces in it. The girl that was standing up, there wasn't a fight, so kicked the girl, had a phone and the video.
Yeah.
The 300 building, the high number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
313. It's on the second floor in the front. Daniel? You want to give him a copy of the search warrant?
Sir?
Go ahead. Did he tell you what happened to her? She died.
Yeah. Yeah, we're homicide detectives. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Surprise. She died.
No, it was. I think it was from the fight. She was having issues afterwards. She went to the hospital afterwards, and she did die there. That's why it's more than just like a fight at this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit. We go to fights all the time, but like then that came. I was like, oh my, it's crazy. Like all over a guy. Like it's ridiculous. Like they're not that young.
You heard the detective. This one that I was gloating about earlier. She says all over a guy. Really? She died. She, the leasing manager here or employee, drove by the fight and saw it happening, and she turned around and then called 911.
One of them is kind of young, but that doesn't even sound good. The police, if they're here on search warrant for the firearm. Okay. Can I make a copy of the search warrant? Can you open up 317 for them? They got another copy of it, or you just got the one for him?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to talk to Tricia to let her know about it. She didn't.
That's what most complexes do because they don't want us to damage the door.
Right.
Yeah. I think they just took the copy because they're gonna go try to knock on the door and see if he's home. But we'll get you a copy. We'll get you a copy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's about to.
Okay.
The key. What now?
When you said she didn't seem to be fighting back.
She wasn't.
What was she doing?
She was just laying on the ground, wherever going, whatever she was doing. Like she wasn't cleaning.
Was she like covering herself?
I think that.
Yeah, she was just laying there. Like, was it lifeless? Like she was like out of it, or? Yeah, I know.
But she did get up and walk out and deal with it.
Yeah. And when you say she walked, the girl turned around, pushed her, and said, "I'll murder you." And then she kept. They did fight again, and then did when she kept going, were they walking together, or was she like behind them, just following them? Okay. Okay.
And we said they started fighting, just them two, or did the other girl?
I don't see the other girl kick her.
You know where she kicked her?
At the bottom of the hill, she's like in the middle part.
Okay. All right. And what was it on the concrete or the grass? Okay. We can do it. We can do it. What time do y'all close?
And I don't have to call the ID.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, you can come. Yeah, that's fine.
The other maintenance guys can meet us there?
We just want to interview.
So this is when the detectives go to retrieve the clothes evidence that we saw in this PowerPoint slide that I showed at the beginning, which I'm going to pull up real quick. If you weren't here, you have to go back from part 1. This is the sister of Daniel who recorded and participated in the assault. Can you guys see that, the PowerPoint? Let me know. You know, it's your girl here trying to deal with these tech issues. This is her again. I know y'all can see her. I know you can see her. I'm just being a butt now. This is Antonetta. This is who threw the punches. This is the girl who was dating Daniel and the reason why they got beat up. She got beat up, and Ashley. If you missed this PowerPoint, I showed it on part 1. We went over this in the 911 calls. Here you can see her broken nails from punching Ashley. Defensive wounds, clothes. And this is what I wanted to show right here. My favorite slide. Ashley. Beautiful Ashley who got beaten to death over a guy. She didn't know it. She didn't see it coming. It's a perfect example of the evil we have living upon us, right? So what would you have done if you were the leasing employee who saw her or saw the fight, what would you have done? I'm curious. Before we end this live, I would like to know what you guys have to say. Because I know, like, girl, I'm not going to tell you what I would have done, but I definitely would have gone out of the car and stood up for Ashley. Okay, I want to make sure you guys can see her in full right here. Beautiful Ashley. I mean, I'm obsessed with her. Like, she's so beautiful. So would you have A, done nothing and called the police, B, maybe gotten involved physically, or C, tried to stop it and attempted to stop it, but I understand that at some point we have to understand that we're risking our life too, right? When you see people fighting and having a brawl or at a bar, etc., anywhere you are and there's a fight, you have to think like, we don't want to get involved, right? We don't want to get involved with the system either, police, none of us. And I just have to remind everyone, if you do ever have an encounter with a law enforcement officer, please ask for a lawyer right off the bat. Don't even speak. With that being said, what would you do? That's right, Julie. I just want to go back and give shout outs to everyone that's here. Ashley is our girl. We love it. I love it. I love that you guys are here, and the ones who have been following and on the replay crew. Thank you. Please. We love Ashley. It's a case that's closed. They're serving time, but I feel like as true crime junkies, we should have caught wind of this and spoke about it, right? She's a Hispanic woman who got beat to death over being in an affair with someone else. And it would have been a double trial. I don't know, is that what you call it? When two people get tried at the same time? I'm sure there's a more professional word for that. And they both ended up pleading at the same time for the same charge. So if we would have seen that play out in court, it would have been rather interesting and probably more on the where people were talking about it. But I feel like they took a deal, and I didn't hear about it, and I'm a true crime junkie. And so when I did, and I was able to get all these video footage that I have played from part 1 through 5, I got through FOIA requests, or I paid for. So it's all raw footage. And I've watched it many times, and I appreciate everyone who's been here to hear Ashley's story. Julie says, I'm only 5'4", but I would always help. Life Artist says, I would have helped, but I'm like that. I've done it before. I totally forgot that I could be hurt and just go. Julie says, I have intervened before. Augie says, I would stop and help, but maybe she had children in the car. We don't know. Stella, I would have helped. Tipsy, it puts things into perspective. I was thinking, honk my horn, call 911, and get out of my car until 𝐀𝐬𝐿𝐴 left. Jojo, yeah, I'm kind of with you, Jojo. I feel like I wouldn't have just driven by and been like, hey, stop fighting. Like, I would have maybe tried to, how do I say this without trying to get in trouble? I maybe would have made some kind of threat, like, hey, maybe like honk my horn, like I'm honk my horn, calling 911, like, I don't know, I might have got out of the car and fought. It's like one of those things, right? We deal with it with trauma, and this is for another life, but like flight, fight, or freeze mode, right? We all handle trauma differently. We've all been through traumatic experiences prior. So for me, having dealt with trauma before, I feel like my 911 response would have been like, call 911, probably get out of the car and do something aggressive. Just being honest. But I don't know, maybe I would have been like, I don't want to get hurt either, right? Like, we don't want to get involved to that extent. But I would have definitely wanted to intervene somehow. So I don't know. That's why we have lawyers in the justice system. And if you end up sticking up for someone and you're doing the right thing and you feel like it's the right thing and you've done the right thing, then let that play out in the court system. I'm all for it. I welcome it. I love lawyers. I have currently just hired a bunch of lawyers for issues dealing with YouTube. So I like things to be played out if it needs to be in the court of law. Whether we agree with it or not, the law is there. And if it has to be something that I have to go back for and fight for self-defense, then let that be. But I feel like I definitely would have gotten out of the car and done something. I don't know if I could see someone just getting attacked. It would have been different if someone had a like weapon, right? Or like a firearm. I probably wouldn't get out of the car. But if I saw someone fighting, I might get out of the car. I don't know. What would you do? That's why I wanted to discuss this. We've covered the Ashley case. We know we've all dealt with our own stuff. I'm a lover, by no means a fighter, but I would have helped. Thank you, Gypsy. I appreciate that. I would have done the same thing. I don't condone violence. This channel doesn't condone violence or bullying. And as you guys know, I've experienced that recently, and we'll talk about it in a more prepared live for that. But I don't condone it. And this is not a place to come and bully and troll and harass and talk nasty about anyone. I've said that before. With that being said, all the people involved in this Ashley case, minus Antonetta and Janine, who were the culprits of her injuries. Other than those two, I have respect for everyone. Julian, the boyfriends, everyone involved. It was something that happened. You can't help who you like. And we can't help how others react, but we can help how we react to a situation, right? And Antonetta, should she have gone and beaten her? No. She's doing time in jail. Okay. Does jail reform people? Does jail change people? Let's talk about it. We've all been there. Some of us have been there. Some of us have not. You know, that's a whole nother conversation that I would love to have here on my channel. But I also am like very personal about the mental health part, like her being like, oh, I'm bipolar. Like, I'm not okay with that. Don't use that as an excuse. People struggle with mental health. It's actually a real thing. And not everyone goes and beats the shit out of everyone because they're going through mental stuff. Sure, it could happen sometimes. We all have, there's experiences, but like my heart breaks for Ashley. I'm saddened by this case every day that I covered it. Daniel's reaction to finding out about Ashley passed away is heartbreaking. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, girl. You've been here. You've been watching. I love it. Thank you for supporting. We're Ashley's angels. I really hope, on a spiritual level, that she knows that someone cares about this case and that her family knows that as well. As we saw, we had a member of her family here before. And I welcome all of those family members. They can reach out to me. They're welcome here on my channel. No embarrassment, no shame. Things happen. I'm covering this case for a reason. And so I support it. And if I was someone that could change the law from one day to the other, I would say lock them up for the rest of their lives. I don't think they should walk among humanity. Could they be reformed? Maybe like some anger management. Like we want to get into that whole mental health thing. Maybe. But I think it shows in the video that we saw her saying, I'm going to murder you. And you want to go back and talk to my man. Like now you're not going to be able to like, and you're not going to be able to walk there and tell him. Like, did you guys hear what she was saying while she was beating her? Like, it seemed very much intentional. We saw it was premeditated. She lured her there. So I have my feelings are all over this place about this case. I have a lot of love for Ashley. I hope her family finds peace and has found some type of healing. I don't know that I would ever be able to get over the fact that I lost my daughter to being beat over a man, if you want to be like raw in word terms. So with that being said, I'll get off my soapbox. What does it mean to my name? My name is Melly. Born. That's just my name. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you, Wednesday. We went over Ashley. Thank you, Mary Beth, for being here. I appreciate you guys for being here. Beautiful Lily. Hi, my love. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys all for sticking around and watching and being here and participating in the Ashley case. Again, her name is Ashley Bocanegra. I have covered her from parts 1 through 5. Interrogation videos, autopsy, the text message where she was lured, 911 calls. We saw the leasing office manager tonight. We saw an unblurred vision, bits and pieces of the fight. Let me look into it and see if I can play the actual 13 minutes of the full fight. If I can, then I will be back tomorrow and we can play that. And I want to go over the criminal investigation report. We've seen what happens throughout the case, but this is a report where the detectives involved wrote it out in like a essay. And I want to read it. It's quite a few pages, but if you know, you know. We get through documents here fast. I'm a fast reader. We did the Diddy indictment. We get through them pretty quick. So 9 pages, honey, we'll get through it quick. But I deserve, I think Ashley deserves, and I deserve to be able to read that report and tell her story as we've covered it right throughout these 5 series. And I will read the criminal investigation report tomorrow. And then after that, we'll take a few days off, and then I will be back with more Ashley content. And you're thinking, like, what else, right? They've been convicted. But I was able to get more, you know, audio calls and emails and stuff very soon after the incident and after this crime. So we're going to go over those here. We're going to always cover Ashley. I hope I can bring more content to cover this case. I appreciate you guys for being here. And this is Ashley on my screen. Please, please, please go back and watch part 1 through 4 so you know what happened tonight. We did it like the Melly way. We didn't do like the fight and then we did it backwards. We like saw the autopsy report, right? We saw the injuries and then we listened to the 911 calls and then we saw how she was lured. And then we watched the interrogation of the people convicted for her death, which was Janine and Antonetta. And then we watched the lover's interrogation. And then we watched the fiance's interrogation. And then tonight we went over the leasing office manager and we saw the actual fight. So, like I said, tomorrow we'll go over the criminal investigation report. And then after that, we'll learn more about these convicted felons and murderers. In my opinion, allegedly. All of this is just to spread the word. I am not a law enforcement professional. I did receive these documents legally. I paid for them and I did receive them through the police department. So I am entitled to share these. I will find out, like I said, if I can share the full fight. I feel like in respect of Ashley, I don't want to share it. We saw the footage of her in the hospital on life support. And that's not how we want to remember her, but we want to know the extent to what this led to. And we want to see the cause and effect, right? And that's why I showed her in the hospital on life support. Because you need to know if your children are either participating and or being bullied in school. This is what it could lead to, essentially. Age and race, bullying and crime doesn't discriminate on any race or age. And I want to spread that awareness. So if you didn't know about Ashley, now you do. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you guys so much who have been here and covering this. Stephanie, Gracie, hey, sweet and salty. Wednesday, thank you for investing in the... Thank you, Wednesday, for appreciating that. And I appreciate you for being here. I know you're busy working, but you know what's going on. You know about the Ashley case. And honestly... there was so many, I've paid for some documents, like I have all the Maddie stuff and like, you know, I just felt like this was a case that needed to be talked about. We didn't cover it. It happened in 2022. They were convicted earlier in 2024. And they've appealed it. And there's a video that I want to show after of them in jail, trying to set Julian up. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, I have a lot of this content. I invested in it. I believe in it. I love Ashley. I never knew her. I don't know her family, but this case was personal to me and I'm blessed that I was able to cover it with you guys, and we're going to keep covering it and we're going to listen to the audio calls from the jail, etc. So stay tuned for that. We're not done with the Ashley series, but please show up tomorrow. We're going to cover the criminal investigation report. And then, like I said, I want to play a video of someone after they were convicted. There's an inmate that they were trying to convince to participate before they got convicted to tell lies. And I have that footage from the jail. And it's an inmate that was housed in the same unit as Antonetta and Janine. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. And like I said, we're going to go over the criminal investigation report. If you don't know about the case and if you don't have time to watch all 5 episodes, we'll be reviewing that document tomorrow, and it gives all the details about everything we've seen. We'll get through it, and I appreciate you guys for being here tonight. Stay tuned. I don't know that I'll be back live tonight, but I got some other true crime stuff that I want to talk about. There's a T. Yeah, there's a T. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Stay blessed. Stay kind. Please comment and let me know what you guys want to know about. If you guys want to see more on Ashley, how you feel about this case, what you want to see next, just let me know your feelings. You know how to get a hold of me. I did want to make an announcement that I did make a Discord for my channel specifically. So I'll be posting that in the community section on my page. Hopefully you're subscribed. We'll see how that works, but I want it to be a place where we can all come. You know, my channel is a place where I welcome all life experiences. I hope that I can share mine here soon enough. I'm looking into the legalities behind that before I come on here and just like vomit. But I welcome all life experiences, all cases. This is not a place of judgment, bullying, hate, or disrespect. Thank you for being here. With that being said, stay blessed. Stay kind, show love, hit me up, let me know what's up. Thank you for tuning in on the Ashley Bocanegra case tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 6 of the Ashley case. I really appreciate you guys for being here tonight. And make sure you hit the like, make sure you comment. Let me know what else you guys want to get into on here. You guys know, I got this. I got the tea. You know I'm a true crime junkie. So this is not the last case we're going to be covering like this here. And again, thank you for being here. And I love you guys. I'll see you soon.